Hi guys, welcome back. First of all, a big apology for the video yesterday. Oh god, it is such a learning curve. I'm really trying to get to grips with video editing and YouTube and all that stuff, and although I'm pretty tech savvy, I am still making loads of mistakes. So perhaps if one of you knows how YouTube works, is it because my video was over an hour that it got cut? I have no idea. So anyway, maybe it's my editing software that doesn't go over an hour. I have no idea. But we were in the middle of finishing off this page. Let me just get to the right page, and this is it. And I was just sticking down this final little decal, and then I was going to move on to my giveaway, which is when the video cut onto me showing you lots of nice things. So I'm so sorry. I have no idea what happened there. So frustrating. Stick with me though. This is what this channel is all about. It's about making mistakes and all of us growing together as crafters, learning how to do things, and just, you know, learning from each other, I guess. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that. So where were we? So yesterday we managed to get quite a few pages done. I think this was the last one I showed on camera. What I've done, oh yes, we had the belly band one. That was the one we finished off. And then let's see, oh no, it was, yeah, we went on a little bit further, didn't we? Yeah, sorry, we were going to finish there, and then we just had this little page that we put a few things on. We put the spoon on and a couple of little recipes up here, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet. And also some tags. They need to have holes in them, so we'll do that quickly now. But yeah, oh, I tell you honestly, technology, ugh. It's amazing actually, because of my age. I've kind of taught myself an awful lot over the years, because when I was at school we were actually coding. All those many years ago we were coding, and we didn't really do a huge amount, but yeah, we didn't really do Microsoft or anything like that, or Word. I had to teach myself all of that bit by bit as I started my work in life. But yeah, now we're back to coding again, so it's full circle and everything. Anyway, I will get to grips with it. And again, if anyone's got any tips about which video software to use, I usually edit on my phone because I find it easier than sitting with the computer. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Anyway, so we got up to that page, and then we were moving on to this one. I'm trying to think. I think I might have skipped that, because what I decided to do was to create, yeah, we're going to have to come back to that one. I can't remember what I was going to do with that one, but I did actually pull out a few pieces and kind of get a bit more organised for this one, rather than you sitting watching me running around after ephemera. So I chose some of the pieces that we had yesterday that were spread all over the desk, and I've decided that this one looks pretty good on this page, and all I've done is cut a little, what would you call it, a little finger indent, I guess, with my I think this is an inch circle punch, and so we'll start with just popping that onto the page. It's really hot up here again, so that's not going to go, is it? It's going to need a pin again. It's really hot up here again. I'm in the loft room, and it's very, very warm. Right, let's see if that's going to work. Nope, it's still not liking it. Right, let's see if I can get a finer pin, just to put down inside that. Let's see. There's a bit of drilling going on downstairs because we've had to have our toilet refitted, because we had a bit of a boo-boo before the coronavirus hit, and it was fitted, but there was a bit of a mistake made, so got to have it all done again. I'm very happy that it hasn't gone all the way through the floorboards, because we had a bit of a leak. So oh, this is, oh, there we go, it's coming out at last. So we'll just go round to create a pocket. Yes, there's a lovely man downstairs called Dell, who is fixing our toilet for us and making sure it looks lovely again. So I'll be very pleased with that today. It's a bit hot for him to be working, bless him, but I guess they get used to it. So yeah, what I thought we would do is we're going to make a little notepad that will fit in there. The new Jello Book of Surprises, that says on it. It's quite cool. So we're going to pop that in there, and then I thought we'd kind of do a little Might put the tags in there as well, I'm not sure yet. But then I thought we'd put sweet things up here, and then I'd like kind of a little floating tag that maybe I'll secure here. And I thought we'd just make fun, have a bit of fun with this cake and just put a bit of whipped cream on it from my die cut kit. That's the Stamperia one, not Hunky Dory, by the way. I kept getting that completely wrong and forgetting what I'd put on my description. So plenty of glue on this one. Pop that up there. Oh, it's terribly hot. I've got the fan on, which I hope isn't bothering you. It's kind of going gently in the background. I'm just going to turn that up slightly because otherwise you'll hear a big thud and it will be me on the floor having passed out from the heat. Which nobody wants to see. Let's see. I've got some little pink kind of string here, which I think we could probably use if I'm ever going to be able to find the end, just to kind of stick with the vintage. Oh, there we go. That was pretty good going, wasn't it? And just to put on that tag there. Let's find the scissors. There they are. I quite like using string in journals. I know other people like ribbon and trim and stuff, but I sometimes like to keep it quite simple. You know, that way if somebody wants to take this out of their journal and use it in a, you know, to decorate a present or something, they can do it. You know, there's no reason why you can't. And once again, our video cut out. Oh, it's so frustrating. I think it could be because of my phone that I'm using. It may be that I've got to get my camera out and eventually save up for a tripod and do all that stuff, but you know, when you're just starting out, you've only got your phone, haven't you? So I'm really sorry. So I was just talking about attaching this tag and saying that you could use it, take it off if you own the journal, and you could use it as a present, to put on a present or anything like that, and that's why I use the string. And I just said we were going to leave that there because I need to delve into my flower box or my bow box and find something that we can attach that to. And we may need to decorate something up here as well. And then I moved on and I was talking about the fact that I'm going to do an envelope for this next one, and that I'd chosen a couple of papers from Hunky Dory pad to pop inside. And yes, all I did was I put the envelope together. This is what you missed, and then I went around with tea dye. And then I was just about to move on to the next one and show you how to make like a pocket or a tuck spot. So all I've done is I've gone around the outside and given myself a little lip there. And I think this page was probably a little bit wonky because I think that's quite straight, but I've got a wonky side over here, but that's okay. And the same with the two ends, and the same with this end. And then what I'm going to do is just cut the corners, leaving a little bit. I'm not going to cut straight across the corner, I'm just going to leave a tiny little gap in between the corner and where I cut. And that makes it a little bit easier for when you come to fold it. So we'll fold up the bottom, then the sides. You can see you get a nice neat corner. Let's see if that'll focus. Focus. Just going to make it focus. Nope, still doesn't want to focus, but you get a very nice neat corner. I hope you can see that. Yeah, so then all we're going to do is the same thing again. Just going to glue, just glue around that. Let's think, do I want to actually go around with my distress ink? Maybe, just a touch. Let's do a dodgy corner there. Let's rough it up a little bit. Get a bit more distress ink on it. Just kind of make that look a bit vintage. Around the edges, nice and vintage. There we go, let's scruff that one up a little bit. I like that. I'm just going to blend that out actually. A couple of, there we go, that's nice, I like that. Let's just make that a little less less new looking. I'm just going to place some glue down the edge of each side. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just tuck it over here. Press down. hold it there for a second. Lovely. And then hopefully once we put our little papers in there, this will slot in quite nicely. What I do want to do is I'm just going to grab a die cut, a small one. Let's see what we've got. I've got a little cupcake. That might be quite nice. And what we're going to do is we're going to create, and the video cut out again. I don't know what's going on today. So I don't know where I got to. So I'm just going around the edges. Oh God. Making a pocket. I don't know what is going on today. Just keeps cutting out all the time. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the camera to make sure that it's actually doing what it should be doing. I'm just going to move that across away from the center page because otherwise I'm going to have a problem folding it. And then I've just got a corn relish recipe and some recipe cards. We're just going to pop those in there. Okay, so that's that page quite nicely done. Right, next one. So this one, again, I'm going to have another tuck spot and some more little cards for somebody to kind of record recipes and things on, or whatever they want to put on it. And I quite like this chocolat decal on here, so we're going to leave that one where it is. And I've picked out this piece from the second kit, but you could use a piece of newspaper or anything vintage looking. It doesn't have to come from the kit. And we're just going to pop that in there. So again, I've just gone around the outside with the tea dye. And as this is a tuck spot, I can be a bit more liberal with the glue, just so I make sure it stays on. I'm going to just go and put that into that corner there. And again, I may come back to this page and add a bit more colour. I've just taken another little half circle out of the top of those as well, just to give it a bit of interest. And I'm just going to tuck those behind there. Okay, so that was a nice simple page. Ah yes, and I just want to talk about this last one that I did. So this last one, I used that other half of the page that, you know, we had from the other day, and I wasn't sure how I was going to use it, and I chopped it in half. All I've done in the top of this pocket here is I've just given a few pieces of paper that are kind of torn and different sizes for someone to use in their journal. They kind of all go. This one's got a bit of red on it, but that's okay. And we've got some pinks and florals, and so that's actually going to go into the top of this little pocket here, so that whoever gets the journal can actually use those papers and put them where they want to go. So yes, so let's just have a quick flick through. So this is our first signature done. Okay, that's all there. Really like that. It's coming together really nicely. Need to find something for this page. It could be that I'll just get a nice piece of lined paper, a vintage lined paper, and put in there, and then we can kind of decorate the corners with a bit of ephemera and things like that. I think that's what I'll do here. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do on that page. And we might need something here, and obviously I need to find a little bow for this side. But can you see, I don't kind of go crazy the first time I decorate and the first time I go through the book. I kind of just plan out what I want where, and then what I'll do is I'll do the next signature, and then I'll come back to both of them and kind of see what else I need to add. Now you can see from originally they're just the 5 pages, which obviously is now okay. We're back again with another cutout of the phone. I think it's because my SD card is getting quite full, so it's not very happy. Anyway, let's go back to where we were. I was talking about this page and that I might just put some vintage writing paper on here, so that and maybe decorate it with some ephemera, because I missed that page, but we'll leave that for now. Okie dokie. And I was saying, you can see that when we first start out, the 5 pages that we are using as a signature ends up becoming quite chunky once you put everything in it. So having a signature with only 5 pages is absolutely fine. You will get a nice chunky journal out of it at the end. Now, I said to you that I had a vintage recipe book, and this, I believe, is a recipe book that was created by the British Sugar Bureau in 1973. Now, I have no idea if that exists today, but this is from 1973, so this is 47 years old, this book. It has some great pictures in it, so I'm just going to give you a flick through. So the first thing that they have is White Gold, the story of sugar through the ages. Not that they're biased or anything. The fact that the British Sugar Bureau produced this book. So yeah, there's plenty of ideas on how to use sugar. A spoonful of sugar sprinkled over a chicken or a duck before roasting will help make the skin crisp. Will it? Really? Okay. A spoonful of sugar and a knob of fat rubbed into dirty or dry hands works wonders. The fat softens them and the sugar removes any ingrained dirt. So your first ever sugar scrub there. A cube of sugar in your biscuit tin will help to keep the biscuits fresh and crisp. Does people even use sugar cubes anymore, apart from restaurants and cafes? I know I don't. Anyone out there still use sugar cubes? If you're from America or another country, did you have sugar cubes in your country? I have no idea. A spoonful of sugar or a cube added to a water in a vase of flowers will make them last fresh, stay fresh longer. And 3 or 4 cubes of sugar put in a suitcase before storing it will prevent any damp odours. Oh dear. And if you put a spoonful of sugar over tomatoes before grilling them, it will give them more flavour. Okay. So anyway, the first thing we have in this book is a history of the story of sugar through the ages, which is just, it's amazing. It's actually really interesting. It talks about where sugar was imported, who first found sugar. It's actually really interesting. So I might have to do a photograph of this and kind of put it on my Instagram for you guys to read, because it's very funny. And then it has the wonderful 1970s pictures, which I don't know what the photographers were doing, but kind of everything becomes the same colour. On this page it's just orange and brown with a touch of green. And it's kind of the same throughout the book. I mean, it's like I just decided to do a red and brown photograph, and yeah, that's quite interesting. I also note that not all of the food looks particularly exciting. This is sweet and sour chicken, carbonara of beef and chili con carne, according to the little reference up here. But yeah, that did make me laugh. And crunchy chops as well. This was hilarious. So what makes them crunchy is you just actually cover them in dry mustard, Worcester sauce, sugar, vinegar, margarine and salted peanuts. I'm at a loss as to what actually makes the sugar stick, the peanut stick, other than the amount of sugar that you're putting on it. But yeah, literally every single recipe has sugar in it. So quite a difference to these days, when everyone is trying to cut down on their sugar intake and complaining about how much sugar there is in products. Yeah, really interesting. I love these jars. I'm thinking that I might actually scan these and then print them off and use them in the journal, because I just love them so much. I don't really want to put the original in there at the moment, but I might just give up and do it anyway. I like this one. This is a glossary on how to bake blind and things like that, so I think that's going to end up in our journal. And as you can see, I've just taken the book apart. We'll just see if we can get those nasty staples out of there so they don't get me, because let's be honest, they probably will. And what I loved about this is somebody's actually put a little recipe clip inside the journal from a birthday cake, which I thought was really lovely. And I'm actually going to keep this, and I'm going to put this in my own recipe book, because it's actually a really nice recipe for a basic cake with a chocolate topping to it. So yeah, I'm going to actually keep that one. I think that's really sweet. So let's have a look. And I do like the cover as well, so we may be scanning that one. But I'm thinking that it might be a nice idea to start with perhaps this page here, because on the back we've got orange and apple flan and butterscotch meringue pie, and then some of those recipes are in this picture. So I think what we're going to do is take that out. I'm going to look for my ruler somewhere amongst this mess that is my desk. Lovely. And I'll look for a knife. Not sure how sharp this knife is. I'm not a great one for using knives, but we'll go with it. Let the knife do the work. Hold on tight to the ruler, but do light work with the knife itself. And oh god, that's such a good picture. We may do something with these as well. Look at those that I've just cut out. That's fantastic. Again, that might be a page that I'll just slot inside because I just think that's brilliant. Right, we'll leave that to one side. This one I'm going to just fold, and we're going to leave that to one side, ready for the next part of the journal. Let's see what else we have. Let's grab it. Definitely want to use some of the pictures in the book, and I may even take out, let's see, kind of pulling everything out to see which pages I'd quite like to put in. So we've got 4 recipes on there, so that might be quite a nice one to put in for somebody in a recipe journal. So let's quickly make sure that's not too close. Yep, that's fine. So I'm just going to do the same thing again with my knife, and we're just going to cut straight down. So that's a couple of pages that we've got that I really like. Nice bit of vintage book pages that we can use in this. I'm sure someone will love this because it's some interesting recipes from a while ago. I was 1 when this book was published. So, ooh, sangria, anyone? And at the back here, let's see. See, I quite like those ones. I'm wondering if we could put these 2 together because it's we have beef fondue. Oh my god, that is really weird. So you start with the deviled sauce, but you omit the prawns, and then you add apricot chutney, double cream, pepper and onion, and curry seasoning. And then it says that extra care should be taken when eating from the fork as it becomes very hot while cooking, and a second fork should be given to each person. The side dishes should be put into the middle of the table. So it looks like the side dishes, oh I see, it doesn't tell you what side dishes they are, it just tells you that you should have side dishes alongside your beef fondue. So yeah, I think we'll go for that page and that page, and on the back we've got a bit about balancing your diet. But I do love this picture. That's great. So let's cut those 2 out, and then I think that's probably all we're going to want from this book. And I can use the rest of it for another journal that I make. Bound to make another nice baking journal. Make sure my knife's up the right way. Oh, I'm a bit off the board there. Just gonna have to cut that last piece because I found that I was actually off my cutting board. So there we go. That's okay. Lid. Oh, dangerous. Okay, I'm going to leave that on that tray so I don't cut myself. Yeah, so let's have the drinks, and then we'll put the picture behind it. That's really nice. I like that one as well. And we'll just fold that up. So there we go. That's a bit vintage. And as I say, I might scan some of those pieces as well as we go along. Okie dokie. Right, so now we've finished our first part of our journal, we now need to work on our second signature. So you kind of start fresh again with a whole new page. Oh, up the wrong way. Do check that when you start your signature. And Patisserie de Paris. Right, okay, so for this one we need to have our ephemera and our pieces back. And I need to look at what pockets I've got. I've definitely got another cake pocket, so we're definitely going to start with that one. Make sure we've got 1 in each signature. I think that's a great idea. Just looking for my scoreboard, which I cannot find. There it is. Okie dokie. So let's see. Putting everything everywhere. Let's just line that up like that. We're just going to score down that side. And again, I'm just going to line that up, score down there. This takes a bit of practice. The times I've scored a wobbly line I've lost count. And that one. Just takes a minute to kind of line up your lines. Do it by eye. Okay, Oh, it's really hot up here. I have tea because apparently hot drinks are supposed to cool you down, aren't they? I think we're just going to take a little tiny piece out of there because that's actually folding and causing a bit of a ruffle on my corner. Okay, let's try that again. That's better. Okay, I'm not going to worry about distressing this one. We're just going to pop that straight in. Whoops, scissors. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to cool you down, isn't it, hot drinks? But whew, it's ridiculously warm. I guess that's the only problem with being up in the loft room. You're getting all the heat from the sun from the roof. Just going to take that down slightly, but not to the bottom. I tend not to put my pockets right at the bottom. I don't know why. I just always like it a little bit above. But it's preference. You don't have to do it like that. Okay, let's see. I did notice that we hadn't used any of these in oh, here's the different, aren't they? Oh, pretty. I hadn't used any of these in the other signature, so I'm going to use some of these this time. A couple of macaroons would look nice in there, I think, although they are quite small. We'll see. I definitely want to use them though. Let's have a look. Maybe we start with some of our recipes and just pop those in there. We've got, let's start with a drink. Why not? We can pop those in there. That'd be a nice place for two of them. Just make sure that's folded really nicely so it doesn't pop out. There we go. Okay, and then see what else I've got in here. Dum, dum, dum. I still got these postcards. Here we go. next pocket. Still got those hanging around. Here's a little cake one. That'd look quite nice. Let's just go around the outside just a little bit. A bit more distressing. And as I say, what I will do is probably do it off camera. Is I'll go through my journal and then I just decide which pieces of ephemera I'm going to back with paper and which ones I'm going to back as a journal spot with lined paper. So yeah, we'll do that at some point. But like I say, I probably won't bore you and do it on camera because it's yeah, it's pretty dull. Let's see what we have. Yeah, I think I'll put one more. Should I put one more of those tags in? No, I think we've got enough in there, but we'll pop those to one side. Bum, bum, bum. Now, I quite like the idea of putting that cake over that one. Is that the right way up? No. Is it that the right way up? I can't tell. Oh goodness, I haven't a clue. Is that supposed to be the oh, that's the inside of the cake. Do you know what? My eyes were focusing on this and it looked like a piece of cake like that. Oh, so weird. Okay. So yeah, we definitely want to put that one there just to cover up that plain blue cake that I've got. Okay, make sure we've got lots of glue on the back of this one. I don't want it falling out because it's a heavy die cut. Bit of blue, blob of glue at the front there. Yeah, that way up. Oh, oh, blast and fudge doozy, what's it? Oh, beginner. Okay, need a little wet wipe. Okay. Oh dear, I think we may have made a boo-boo there. That's not good. Could be that when that dries I've got to kind of print this page again. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Don't be afraid that when you've made a complete boo-boo and made a real mess that you print the page again. So I'm going to be back. Okay, I'm back. We have printed that off again because we made such a boo-boo with it. And I still think I'm going to pop that on there because I like it. So, whew. It's so hot up here. I'm melting slowly. Oh, I did it again. God. Right. Let's do it right this time. Cake on, do not move. There we go. Fabulous. Okay, I've kept the page that I didn't glue for you know, for scraps and things like that. I've also gone into my stash and I've picked out, let's just move that up a little bit, make sure you can see what I'm doing. Whoop. I've picked out these labels because these are, let me get this right, these are 1800s apothecary gold labels. It's number 2 vintage label ephemera advertisements from Allure Books Craft, and I'll link them below. And yeah, they were really good. I bought these for 78 pence at the time. I don't know if they're in a sale or whether that's a normal price, but they are lovely. It's what I was saying to you about how you can get ephemera that is not really expensive, and that you can buy, you know, when you've got a few pounds free, you can buy it and build up your stash slowly. So I pulled them out because what I noticed in there is they've got lots of little advertisements for extract of lemon and vanilla and peppermint and things like that, and strawberry for flavouring ice cream and custard and jellies. So there's some fantastic little labels there, which I completely forgot about until I looked through my little ephemera book over there, and I thought, great, we can use some of those. And then I also picked out Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. She has some dictionary definitions, so I just thought I'd have a flick through. There's one there that says wonderful, that's quite nice. Nature, dream, bloom. These may be gardening ones, but they're special, that's quite nice as well. Nature, inspire, that's quite nice. Could use inspire, couldn't we? And home, that's another lovely one that might go. Bloom, special, cherish, lovely. So we've got a few of the dictionary definitions there as well. Also from her kit, I've got her duck egg blue time kit, and I thought, because you know it's the same sort of colours, and also you know you're timing your cooking, aren't you? So I thought we might use that somewhere, but we shall see. And I've also reprinted this pocket because I knew that I'd got a bit of distress ink on it and it just looked really yucky, so I've had to reprint that one as well. So let's just quickly do a little dip in there, lovely, and then we can use that as a pocket. Okay, trying to not melt. So yeah, I thought that might look quite nice. I don't know if we've got any words that we could use to kind of tie it into baking, I'm not sure. I don't know if there's any in the Tim Holtz books that I have. Let's quickly have a grab and see where they are. Da-da-da. And of course, because I'm looking for it and trying to grab it, I can't see it. Right, let's see. Nope, not in there. I probably put them back in the wrong place. I'm doing that a lot lately. So, oh no, look, there they are. Right, let's see if there's anything in there as well that we could use to kind of tie it up. Let's see. Now is the time, that's quite a good one. Make good. Yeah. Now is the time is quite good, I like that one. It's slightly moved off the page, I'm obviously meant to have that one. So, I'm just thinking we could pop that up here. Now is the time. Just see if there's anything else that we can put in. Just looking, sorry, I'm just flicking through to see if there's anything that might be I could kind of make into a foodie phrase. I don't think there are. Not on that one anyway. So we'll stick with now is the time. I think, you know, time is a big part of cooking, so we'll just put those over there. And I'm wondering whether we want a flip out here. We've not done one of those yet, so we could have like a flip out on this page. That might be quite nice. It just about fits there. Now there's several ways of doing a flip out. It's entirely up to you how you do it. Some people just will hinge it, which I quite like doing, or they'll run a piece of washi or a piece of card down the edge or something like that. I quite like the idea of, let's think, I'm wondering whether we could actually use these as little flip ups. I think that might look quite nice. I've got, that's a little concentrated essence, and I've got pineapple. See there? See if I've got another one that's roughly the same size. I think that's the only teeny tiny one I've got. Well, those would be okay. I'm just thinking we could easily score them and fold them, and they can be a nice little flip out there for somebody to use. So let's score, say, at here. Grab the other one. Make sure we score it in the same place. Oopsie. Okay. Let's just... Okay, so we've got two there. Will be our little hinges. Other people do this a different way, but I just like simplicity, if I'm honest. So first off, let's get it on paper. I'll smooth that down my finger a little bit. I don't want it splurging everywhere. Like so. And then, whoop, on this one. Make sure they're both hidden behind that page. That's it. And then it's just simply just placing on the page and gluing those little hinges down. So let's do that. Okay. Don't want that to splurge, so I'm just using my finger to get rid of too much glue. I'm just going to line that up just there. Oh, nearly lined it up in the wrong place. I want it to be above the cake, you see. So there we go. Lovely. Like that. And then maybe on the flip side here we can just put another little label just to finish that off. Lemon. Lovely. Okay. And then maybe we can put a little journaling spot there, or we can just leave it as it is and have it as a flip up. Okay, that's lovely. Right, let me just grab my book again and pop this page back in. Guess we kind of, did we miss a page already? Oh, or did we have it that way? Oh goodness, I can't remember. I think, let's see. Yeah, we must have had it that way, and I must have missed a page. Oh, dearie me. It's too hot to concentrate. I think that's what's happening, to be honest with you. I'm getting a bit weak. Okay. Right. So, yeah, we've got that there. We need to put something on there that people haven't got right on, because we've got that big chunky die cut. I didn't realise. Let's have a pocket. Or let's see. Oh, hang on, I've got another bit here. Oh goodness me. Let's see what I did wrong. So let's see. Did you go inside there? Yeah, I've decorated the wrong page, haven't I? Because I've decorated the whole spread. Oh, that's okay. No, that doesn't look right. Oh, now I'm trying to think where this came from. Okay. Don't panic. I know where it came from. It was right at the beginning, wasn't it? I know you're shouting that at me. You're going, it's in the beginning, it was the first page. That's the first page, we've still got to do that one actually. Okay, right. There we go. So yeah, we've got those in there. May need a bit more decoration. Let's see, let's just quickly put in this little home card. I quite like this to go up in the corner. Let's have that up here. Home. And then I may also quite like this special. Might save that for another page. Let's see what else we've got. Other ephemera. Anything with blue on would be handy. Kind of match that page. Let's see. Enjoy the sweet moment. That's quite nice. It's the donuts. I'm dying to get these donuts in here. I just think it's so sweet. Little macaroons. Do you know what? I'm going to put that there. I quite like that. Why not? Are they donuts or macaroons? Oh, they are macaroons. They're not donuts. Okie dokie. Just let that sit there for a sec. Alright, I think I'm going to stop today because I'm getting so hot. I'm really sweating and my train of thought's going because it's just, I'm not concentrating at all. So I think we're going to finish just on that bit there. I'll hopefully be back with you tomorrow and it's not so hot. It's just unbearable up here at the moment. So yeah, I hope that was a little crafting video for you and you enjoyed it. Sorry about the phone keep cutting out. We'll carry on with this tomorrow, guys. Keep cool, drink plenty, stay out of the sun. Take care.